Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Keep pounding.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another edition of the Panther Fan Talk. I am Eric, and with me, as always, is Will.
As you mentioned, we got the Falcons rolling into town. And of course, with them comes their Super Bowl hangover.
Yep.
But both teams, I don't think record-wise were too bad off. But at the same time, I think both teams expected to be playing better football than they're playing right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be in Carolina, where we've actually had trouble winning, which is interesting. But hopefully, man, this game, the Falcons, if you don't want to beat the Falcons and their division rival, then I don't know, man. Like, if there's a game to win, it's got to be this one. At home against the freaking Falcons, like I said, this is a must-win for us, I think.
The thing about the Falcons this year, and, by this year, this calendar year, dating back to the Super Bowl, they're going to try their best to find a way for you to win.
Yeah.
Even this past week against the Jets, Matt Ryan fumbling multiple times, them allowing the Jets to, have the ball. Long ways to go, but they had the ball with the chance to win late.
Yeah.
That's just what the Falcons are now. Even if they jump on you early, and they've shown it multiple times this year, just like the Super Bowl, they're going to give you a chance to come back.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the mentality to put teams away.
That's a good point.
So, regardless of what happens, Carolina's going to be in the game. Now, we have to take advantage of those opportunities.
Jeez. Okay, Rivera.
You just have missed opportunities, and that's what gets you. But we expected this. We expected this. No, seriously, we're going to have a chance. And when you got a chance and you've got Cam Newton, that's a good recipe for good things to happen. That's the recipe you want, in my opinion. We got Luke Kuechly back, just coming off of a phenomenal game.
Yep.
You've got
Coleman back, your boy.
a coach. Yeah, you got our boy Coleman, so I hope to God it doesn't turn into a foot race. But you got the running game, which had a little spark last week.
Yeah.
Not going to say it was, up to snuff, but Cameron Artis-Payne sighting, which, we were big fans of.
Right.
And get Funchess and Benjamin going. I like our chances in this one.
Yeah, I like Cap coming off the bench for us, man, to get get some chances. Just get some freaking chances. He made that one big play last week, 11 yards. So he gave us a spark off the bench, I felt like, and gave Stewart a little bit of a chance to rest. And, McCaffrey, he's not strong enough, I feel, to be run up the middle. But anyway, the Falcons, like you said, have given up leads already. They were up 17-0, I think, on the Dolphins at halftime. Yep. And then the Dolphins came back and won that game. I think it's 20-17. So the Falcons didn't score in that half. Like you said, it's a freaking great point. They just don't have the mentality to keep a lead. They think once we get a lead, it's over. And once somebody starts coming back on them, man, I don't think they can get out of that track of, maybe just playing prevent. you see it, we do it. We're up 30-0 on teams at halftime. And all of a sudden, we just play prevent, and here comes the freaking Georgia Bulldogs.
The difference with theirs and ours is, I feel like ours is a coaching decision. Theirs is more, oh no, here we go again.
Right. Yeah.
When you had that devastating of a loss in the Super Bowl, and you see that same thing start to repeat itself, that's got to start creeping into your mind.
Yeah, good point. It's huge, man. Doing that in the biggest game possible in NFL is to lose a game like that in the Super Bowl, it's got to leave a scar for life, man. And, I don't know. That's a huge advantage for us. I feel like if they start jumping on us, out on us like they can, because they do have a good offense. I mean, we can't take that away from them. But
Julio Jones,
Freeman. I mean, as much flack as we like to give Matt Ryan, he's still a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
Sanu's a real good number 2 wide receiver. Yeah. They've got a good offense, and they can jump out on teams. But at the same time, we can come back and we can win this game, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be a good game, but, we mentioned their names on offense. Our names on defense are pretty stout as well.
Yeah.
And expect Bradbury to follow Julio Jones around.
Mm-hmm.
That may not scare people that are watching this, don't really know a lot about Bradbury, but I expect him to lock up on Julio Jones. I'm not saying shut him down, but can he hold him to 5 catches for 70 yards? Yeah, I think so. And if you're A, Julio Jones fantasy owner, or B, a Falcons fan, you might come back afterwards and talk junk about, well, they got you for 70 yards, but you're not going into any game with Julio Jones wanting just 70 yards.
Right.
And I think that's, more than doable for a guy like James Bradbury.
Yeah, like we said before, man, Bradbury, I feel like right now is a top 5 corner, and this is only his 2nd year, and he's getting better every freaking game. So matching him up with somebody like Julio Jones, I mean, I like that matchup for us any day of the week. Like you said, we hold Julio Jones to 5 catches, 70 yards. That's a big win for us, man, because, I mean, we know what he did without Bradbury just a year ago. So
Yep.
I like that matchup a lot. Darryl Worley matchup might be the one to be concerned about against Sanu.
Definitely.
Hopefully we can rotate in Seymour, who I feel like may be a little bit better than Worley at this point.
But not like the rotation. I like when we switch them up because it doesn't allow the receivers to set them up as often.
Right.
You don't hear that talked about ever, but I think it's a good coaching move that we've stumbled our way into at times. But and of course, with our receiver or with our corners, the one issue we do have is we don't have any speed behind them. So if we get beat there, I mean they're on an island. If we're in zone, it still seems like we're on an island because there's no. Our safeties that are supposed to get over the top, they just aren't fast enough to get over the top if it goes toward the sideline area.
Right.
But how do you see our offense, and in particular our offensive line holding up this week? Because for me, that's the big key each and every week.
It's going to be interesting. Dan Quinn's a defensive coach. Last year he burned us on the speed rushes. That's going to be interesting. I think our offensive line should be able to hold up, but what's even more important is our play calling. Like, Shula's got to see that if we just keep getting beat on the outside over and 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 over, like, we got to do something different, man. No more runs at the middle, no more stuff that's predictable. We've got to change it up against the Falcons, and if we do that, I mean, we can win this game easy.
I agree, and I think our offensive line, we showed last week, I don't think our offensive line, talent-wise, is as bad as they have looked at times. Now, we have to wait and see what happens with this Trey Turner deal. And, Larson has been a question mark, especially in the run.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can hold up against the Falcons in the middle, on the line. And I watched Khalil Moore last week, just really trying to focus in on him. And it's a guy that I've, again, thought that he's not playing as bad as he gets, credited. And he had a good game. I mean, every time I've really paid attention to him, it seems like he's playing pretty well. So I think they hold up, and because of that, I got us winning. And I think we somewhat come out of our offensive deficiencies, and I think we win this 24-20.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game, I feel like, man. If there's any time for us to just break open a game, this has got to be it. Against the Falcons, like I've said. I mean, who likes the Falcons? I mean, seriously. I don't even think people in Atlanta like the Falcons. But, dang, man, I'd love to see us beat this team 50-0. I'd want to predict that, but I'm not brave enough. So I'm going to go, I think if we win, it's going to probably be kind of low scoring. So I say we win the game 21-20. We come away with the squeaker at home, but it's against the Falcons, so it's going to feel good. And 6-3, here we come, baby.
All right. Well, shout out to the girl game. Enjoy the pregame festivities. Anybody that's a part, they know what I'm talking about. And check us out on Twitter.
I'm at Eric the 6'5", and we're at Panther Fan Talk on Twitter.
And previews, reviews right here on YouTube's each and every week. And as always,
keep
pounding.